You've been in the papers with your new relationship. I actually think you've got a bit of a raw deal because your marriage broke down a couple of years ago. You're divorced. You've both kind of moved on with your lives. But are you in a new relationship?
New relationship, very happy, new chapter. Thank you very much, Adine. Let's get on with our lives. Absolutely done. That's it, yeah?
I love it how you answered it. So I think she's nice, better, and that's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the main thing is we want you to be happy.
Yeah.
I am happy.
He generally is happy, yes, because even behind there he's given all the banter and that, so he wasn't miserable today. He's quite cheerful.
Do you know, we should be like brother and sister.
Brother and sister now. 1 minute it's walking down the aisle, now it's brother and sister.
That happens on the Jeremy Kyle show. Thank you.
Well, that happens on the Jeremy Kyle show, but it doesn't happen on the Kyle Files, which is a much more serious side of the Jeremy Kyle that we know and love. You know, you're a journalist. People sometimes forget that because of the show you do. So the Kyle Files starts again tonight, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Do not miss it. And this first episode is about obesity. And you've been to America, haven't you?
It's about extreme eating. And you know, we were talking about this before. I don't know if people know this. 62% of this country is already overweight.
It's a massive
We're the
amount,
fattest countries in Western Europe. We're the fattest, the UK. They reckon by 2050, 50% of the population will be obese. And
Blimey.
it is about the foodstuffs and it is about choice, obviously.
OK, so how much of this has sneaked up on the population and how much of it do you think is down to personal responsibility as well?
Well, I think there always has to be personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Somebody came up with the worst comment earlier. This programme is about food for thought. These are extremes. There are people with food challenges. There's one woman, literally, who would be 8 stone if she was in the bath, right, with her clothes on, and it's one of these eating challenges that have sort of emanated from America, and she literally, in an hour, eats probably enough food for me in a week. The guy in America is a self-styled doctor called Dr. John, who set up this. It's extraordinary.
I can't believe he's a doctor and he's
No, but he's not
doing
a doctor, is he? I mean, it's the Heart Attack Grill. But
God.
So
it's called that?
It is called the Heart Attack Grill in Vegas.
Yeah.
The food that they serve is deliberately calorie-ridden.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
they do a burger
it's
that's
like a
20,000 calories.
But if you as a human being with rational, independent thought walk into that place, aren't you part of the problem?
But you see, that's what's interesting about this Dr. John guy, because I think he knows. I think he's basically saying we get told to eat
like
salad
a double bluff.
it's almost like 2 people have died in this restaurant.
Oh my God.
This is, I promise you this, the ashes he has on his desk at the front of the restaurant.
Well, listen, let's
I
have a
promise
look at
you,
him. What's his name?
Dr. John. It's extraordinary.
I'm sorry, did you not just want to strangle him? I would have been like, what are you trying to set up here? It's like a weird fetish.
It is, but it's exactly what Jane says. There has to be personal choice. It's almost like this guy is saying, this food is massively bad for you and will kill you. They cook the chips in, like, the fat. It's extraordinary. And, I mean, we made one. I mean, I've never cooked anything so ridiculous. I don't cook, but anyway, so it was like 8 burgers and 40 rashers of bacon. It was like, took it out on the streets. People were like, what? You wouldn't eat that in a year. So I think it's almost, with this guy, Dr. John, it's almost like bluff. It's almost like we all talk about living healthily. This is the other side of the coin.
It's like
extraordinary.
But it will come here at some point, because everything comes from... I mean, our obesity, you know...
The Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah.
I mean, what about that
vending machines with donuts in and all sorts
We've all been to America.
Do you think people are in denial now, though? Because it's almost like, everyone's scared to say the word fat now.
I
fat.
think it's, there's political incorrectness. I mean, there's these fads, suddenly don't eat stuff with sugar in. Has to be personal responsibility. Metabolism's important, but in essence, but it
doesn't help if someone's selling it like it's a ride and it's a fun day out.
Yeah, but I agree. But I'm not supporting the guy. It's weird, and I mean, the first time I went to America to make the show JK 5 years ago, literally, I'll never forget it. Somebody said, "Would you like a roll?" It was like that. It was ridiculous.
And the milkshakes are like
they're
that.
ridiculous. This guy's almost bluffing people, and you suss it out. People will suss it out. I can't imagine that anybody would want to be eating that sort of stuff, but there are fads coming from America, super oversized portions and all that. People have to take responsibility. The other side of the programme is...
You are very slim. Ever since all the years I've known you, you don't... No, but you are. So do you have a regime? Do you go to the gym?
Yeah, I just work.
Do you not go to the gym?
No.
Oh, so you're grown when you put your socks on. Oh, who wants that then? That's why I don't go for older men.
You are. Do you know what? Grown when I put my socks
Oh,
on.
that made you think about it. Well, I bet
Do you
next
ever
time you put
groan
your
when you
socks on-
take your husband's socks off?
No, not
Steady
at all.
daytime,
my
steady
goodness, where's this
daytime.
going?
I love the way she goes steady daytime.
Because we know Casey
You don't
too
work
well.
out.
See, that's what I was just...
What's your hobby then?
You're
You must
basically
have
everything
something.
in moderation with food, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You are...
Yeah.
You're
Alcohol's a
responsible.
killer, isn't it?
Yeah.
That puts on weight. But you have to be responsible for what you put inside your body.